What's up, guys? This is The Vinyl Casket, home to the lamest taste. My name is Nick. Please check out my YouTube channel at The Vinyl Casket, all one word, where you can subscribe, like, and comment. Hit the bell for much, much more. We are here for our weekly comic book review, and again, second week in a row, we are a little bit late. Thanksgiving weekend, I had a wedding to go to. So it's just been a little bit, it took me a while to get my books read. I had a hard time getting in front of the camera. It really sucks when I'm not around. My setup it isn't as portable as I would think it would be. But with that being said, this channel is all about the comics every week. Trailer reactions and TV movie reviews. We're doing a comic book review. Sorry about that. Feeling a little choked up lately, like the last day or so. Probably just weird change in weather. Super cold to kind of warm to rainy. We get our books every Wednesday. We get them. We read them. We bag and board them. We take the pictures for the Instagram Vinyl Casket Comics where you can go and like them. I do little mini write-ups and just talk about the books very quickly, whether I like the cover, whether I'm liking the story arc or the overall run. Nice, cool, nice photos in a light box. Check it out. Please like those, share those. And then every week we sit down with you guys right here on Twitch, put it on YouTube, and we talk about the comics. Okay? We go Indies, Marvel, DC. No DC this week for this review. So we're going to start with Indie. We have, this might be the first book I've ever gotten from this company, but this is a company called Titan Comics. We have Kamen Rider 01, issue 1. If you know me personally, I'm a big Kamen Rider fan. I'm very interested in Kamen Rider. I like Kamen Rider as a concept, as a design, as an idea. I haven't watched a lot. I've watched a little bit of Kuga. I watched all of the American version of Dragon Knight. I've watched Mask Rider. The American versions I've watched. I haven't watched that many of the Japanese Sentai, Kamen Rider, Henshin oriented shows because they're in Japanese. I've watched a little bit of Kuga, a little bit of Double, and a little bit of Decade. Kamen Rider 01. This issue was awesome. Paneling, layout, dialogue, coloring, art, awesome. Concept, really cool. I'm not sure if this is the actual concept from the show or the material this is from, but it was really cool. I really like his driver, his henshin belt. I like how you start off the book with multiple Kamen Riders, multiple people with belts, multiple people with transformations, 3 guys working together against another person. I like that, how you start off and it's not just one person, it's multiple guys. It makes it feel more like Power Rangers, like Super Sentai that the American audience is used to. Thought it was a really cool book. I'm surprised that this isn't being published by Boom Studios because they have Power Rangers. I thought that this would be an easy lock. Hasbro and Takara would just come together and put everything into Boom. But this is basically put out by Titan Comics and Stonebot Manga. Really a cool issue. We rate them out of 10, 1 through 10. I'm going to give this an 8. It was a really cool first issue, and I really enjoyed it. Moving on to Boom Studios, we have issue 102 of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers with a variant cover with Ranger Slayer on there. I enjoyed this issue. I thought this issue was really good, actually. It sets the stage for a lot of stuff going on. We have some flashbacks, some origin to Kim meeting Matt and the group before they became Power Rangers, before they were really good friends. Basically, we have this new version of Rita Repulsa, and that was really cool to see Zed be like, hey, I need to talk to Zordon. I need Zordon. the Green Ranger kind of get captured by Rita. I'm interested to see where this is going. I like this layout. I like this concept. And I think this is going to set up a really cool plot and a cool storyline for next probably 10 issues, maybe 6 if we're lucky. But following the last year of Power Rangers is hard. It was a lot of really cool storylines. You had 2 ongoing titles that were able to wrap. So you're getting 2 books a month. So that was able to wrap, and they were constantly tangled together and pulling storylines separately and at the same time back and forth. So you were able to get through multiple story arcs in 1 year through 2 titles with one shots and mini series thrown in there to help it. So you had multiple titles a month helping it. Right now we have we're back to 1 main title with 1 main team with 7 Rangers and 4 Omega Rangers with 2 Space Rangers with a slew of Morphers and SPD and stuff laying around in the background. So really cool. We're going to give this also we're going to give it an 8 out of 10. Solid issue. Last indie for the week is issue 8 of Vampire Slayer with a variant cover. I really like this variant. This series is kind of dragging, but also not. It was pretty good. It was a pretty good issue. My first couple skims of it before I actually sat down and read it, I was like, oh, this is going to be a drop. This is going to be it. There wasn't even Buffy in this issue. Then I read it, and the setup and the lead into from the last issue, which is all basically Buffy kind of getting ignored, and then the Slayer Eater getting her. And this is them realizing that she's missing and that they have to find her, and the way they go around finding her is really cool. And the basically revelation of like this whole series so far has been them keeping the secret that Buffy is a Slayer, and she doesn't know that she's a Slayer. And she just thinks that Willow's been the Slayer the whole time, and she's been kind of fighting to find purpose. They realized that was wrong, and they shouldn't have done that. And I like that. I like how they get to that, and I like how they lead into this fight for next issue. My problem is, when did I miss it? I probably missed it. But when did Spike get kind of keyed in on the fact, and everyone knew he knew, that Buffy didn't know she was a Slayer? I don't remember reading that revelation. I could assume that maybe Xander told him, but why would the other cast members know that? I'm going to give it a 6.5 out of 10. Pretty solid issue. Pretty solid series. I'm excited to see where it goes. Moving on to Marvel. That's all we got the rest of the week. Rest of this rundown. Issue 3 of Midnight Suns. David Nakayama cover. DNA. A cover. I love them. This is a fun series. Good artwork. Fun. Basically, we have the apocalyptic storyline going on with one of the students of Strange Academy. Bunch of different tie-ins of really weird characters that wouldn't work together but are. We get a cool new costume reveal at the end. We get we get Tony Stark, Sorcerer Supreme in this. I like it. It was cool. It was kind of a fast-paced read. It was good. I'm going to give it a 7.5 out of 10. Moving on to issue 5 of Daredevil with the variant design cover. I love this new Daredevil design. Him and Elektra's costumes are really cool. Obviously, the ritual from last issue, giving everyone that's training in his dojo powers in the fist, is weird, but kind of makes sense, and it's okay. And I'm really enjoying where they're going with this. I like Doc Samson, Sasquatch, doing therapy. I'm excited to see where it goes. I'm excited to see how they tie in the Punisher stuff, which I'm not reading. And yeah, it's a good issue. It's a solid issue. I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10. Issue 14 of The Amazing Spider-Man Sorry. Another variant cover. This is the design sketch cover by McGinnis, right? Yes. By Ed McGinnis for Hallows Eve. And this is basically a straight up origin, lead up, background leading into Dark Web. I really like it. It's a lot of Ben being Chasm. And then Janine becoming Hallows Eve. I like the origin. I like the design. I like the lead in and the explanation. I love that we're getting this tie in and how Pryor Goblin Queen, right? She's the Goblin Queen. The clone of Madeline Pryor, there, right? Madeline Pryor, who I believe is called the Goblin Queen, and she is the clone of Marvel Girl and Jean Grey, and is the former wife of Cyclops, former partner of Havoc, his brother, and mother of Cable, I believe. That was tied in well. I thought this concept going to Dark Web was going to be weird just because they're clones. No, they were able to tie in the clone thing well and the identity thing really well, and I liked it. This is a solid issue. It's going to be a wild ride if the story continues at this pace. I like it. I'm good. 8 out of 10. Finally, we have issue 3 of Alien with 2 variant covers. I'm not sure which one's my favorite. This one's really cool with Steel Team in the reflection of the dome, and this one with the alien with the giant scorpion tail kind of doing his thing in a lightning storm. I love it. I love the variants for this series. I really enjoy what they're doing with Alien this round with Marvel, and this book was cool. So basically from last issue, we kind of found out there's more humans on this planet that's supposed to have no humans. It's supposed to be toxic to them. And they were going after a chemical experiment that would have caused this mutation. So, and they're claiming it didn't happen, but it happened. It clearly happened. It wasn't where they were supposed to be. They're kind of getting led to where it's going to be. Big alien fight. I'm very excited. Super cool series. Highly suggested. Artwork's good, panel's good, layout, dialogue, explanation, plot. This is like a perfect series, especially if you're an Alien fan or a horror fan, suspense fan. This is cool. This cover is sick. I think this is my favorite one. Look at this Alien, dude. 8.5 out of 10, easy. So now the weekly roundup is done between me and Manny Reads Comics and Carlos. I'm gonna do a quick top 5. It's a small week, so that's pretty easy. Obviously, we're gonna go. I'm gonna go Alien 3 as number 1. I know I'm doing this backwards, right? Kamen Rider as 2. Kamen Rider as 2. Power Rangers as 3. Daredevil. Amazing Spider-Man as 4 and Daredevil as 5, and that is can't breathe, I'm choking on my lung. That's my post for the week. Check me out here on YouTube at The Vinyl Casket, all one word, every single week, no matter what, with a weekly comic book review. You can check out the channel. It's all one word. You can check out my Instagram at Vinyl Casket Comics, also Vinyl Casket if you're into music, and you could hit the YouTube channel with a subscribe, like, and a comment. Let me know how you feel, what you're reading, what you're going to pick up, what you have picked up, what you're excited about. Remember to hit the bell and do me a massive favor and stay lame.